Donald Trump is considering tapping billionaire Elon Musk as a policy advisor if the Republican presidential candidate reclaims the White House in November's election. The Wall Street Journal reported on Wednesday, citing people familiar with Toll, to have discussed ways for Musk, who runs the social media platform X as well as the SpaceX and Tesla, to open a new tab to have formal input and influence our economic and border security policies, according to the journal. The WSG also said Musk informed Trump about his ongoing influence campaign aimed at convincing powerful U.S. business leaders not to support Democratic President Joe Biden, who beat Trump in 2020 election and is seeking a second term. Iran keeps making substantial progress in its brisk war onto an atomic weapon, a United Nations report leaked Monday suggests. Yet the Biden administration wants to hide the scared trust from the world in this election year. An International Atomic Energy Agency report has concluded that Iran has increased its stockpile of near-weapons-grade uranium to 142.1 kilograms, an increase of 20.6 kilograms since the IAEA last estimate in February. This will be enough for 3 warheads once Iran completes its technologically straightforward process of enriching its hoard to 90% from 60%. The German government is cautiously ditching its reservation about allowing Ukraine to hit military targets inside Russia with donated arms. On Tuesday, Chancellor Olaf Scholz said Ukraine could use German-supplied weapons within the framework of international law, which should allow them to be used against an aggressor like Russia, including inside Russian territory. French President Emmanuel Macron, who spoke alongside Scholz on Tuesday, said, "We have to allow Ukrainians to neutralize the military sites from which the missiles are fired, but not other civilian or military targets," adding a limit that's not in line with what Kiev wants. North Korea fired several ballistic missiles over the Sea of Japan in the early hours of Thursday, South Korea's Yonhap news agency said, citing the country's Joint Chiefs of Staff. According to the report, around 10 short-range ballistic missiles were fired at approximately 6:14 local time on Thursday. Information about their flight distance not available at this point. Earlier, the news agency said one ballistic missile was fired. International companies are already setting up in Moldova with aim of supplying the reconstruction of Ukraine, as the small country is expected to benefit from its location on Ukraine's western border. While Moldova, with a population of 2.5 million and one of the poorest countries in Europe, is a small market, the opportunities related to the Ukraine reconstruction are huge. The World Bank estimated total cost of reconstruction at $411 billion back in March 2023, but this total is only rising the prolongation of the war. According to Moldova's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Economic Development and Digitalization Dumitru Alaiba, the country has already seen an upturn in interest from investors in sectors such as construction materials looking at the Ukraine reconstruction.